Kudo Game and by extension Wuthering Waves have been under immense amounts of pressure recently trying to meet the deadline of May 22nd, May 23rd, depending on where you live. They've no doubt been stressed. The pressure is immense, trying to live up to the expectations that people have, with people all around the world claiming that this is going to be the Genshin Impact killer. And while I don't like that title, I think Wuthering Waves is significantly different from Genshin Impact. I know people are still, at the end of the day, going to make that comparison. There were numerous issues that people had in the most recent beta test, a lot of which Kudo have addressed and have confirmed that they are going to have resolved by the time the game officially launches in May. But one thing that they did not touch upon and have just recently addressed and subsequently announced is the localization of the game. The localization was definitely a point of contention. This is something that I didn't technically have an issue with, but I did stress they need to proofread these things before rolling them out. And as of the last 24 hours, it was confirmed that Wuthering Waves is going to be holding another closed beta test to address the localization issues in game. I'm assuming this is directly in reference to the recent thread that was opened over on the Wuthering Waves subreddit titled, "One of the localizers for Wuthering Waves comments on localization quality so far." This was actually removed. Apparently it is due to potential harassment being sent to members involved. Wow, that is actually kind of shocking. But at the same time, knowing gacha players, not all of you, not all of us, a select group of them, they are a little bit fanatical and they do lash out and attack. I remember Genshin Impact had people lash out and attack voice actors. This is not uncommon. It is very weird. I don't understand why they do this, but I do understand that it happens. We'll go ahead and look at the official announcement after we look at the initial thread that was made about 2 days ago. Before we jump in though, I want to take a moment to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are phenomenal and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Additionally, if you can't get enough of me, consider subscribing to my Stix Clips channel, hitting that little bell notification, that way you're made up to date with everything that I post, and I'm posting there every single day. One of the localizers for Wuthering Waves comments on localization quality thus far. Miko made a tweet saying that Wuthering Waves localization is kinda doomed, like misspelling on the MV for the headphones warning and an error on a pre-registration milestone announcement. Like, do they not have proofreaders? I swear they need to hire like overseas translators. It's gonna bite the game in the ass in the end. And honestly, I don't disagree with that. Asteria, who is one of the localizers, went on to say, "I'm so sorry about this. Everyone is overworked. I caught like 10 typos, slept for 4 hours the day before to wake up at 7 a.m. to continue trying to catch typos, but more still popped up in the end. We're rapidly expanding our team and we'll have dedicated proofreaders." Which is good. It is good to know that they are in fact expanding. I do think overworking a few people is definitely what led to the issues that we are currently experiencing. Previously, our team has been very small, so everyone, including the person we hired to do QA, had to do a bit of everything from translating to project managing. 70+ hours of work week is very common. Luckily, we've convinced the higher-ups to hire more people. So they had one person working multiple jobs, including translating to project management. Dude, that is just like, I love Kudo. They are a fantastic studio when it comes to friendliness, professionalism, but they need to get their shit together because this is just disappointing. You do not want one single person working multiple jobs under your studio. We are also working on standardizing the workflow so everything that shows up in a video is properly proofread. Apologies, please give us some time. Everyone here loves the project and want to do our best. I have no doubt. I genuinely have no doubt they are absolutely trying their best, but as is evident, the lack of actual individual staff members to adequately and sufficiently cover every aspect of this development and the localization is lacking. This is something they definitely need to work on. If people can't understand the game, if it looks unprofessional, then you're doing a disservice to your game. Let's take a look at the Discord message that was posted April 2nd, roughly 12 hours ago as of recording this video. "Dear Rovers, During Wuthering Waves Closed Beta 2, we received constructive feedback from players regarding game localization. We'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to you for your support. To improve the quality of game localization, we're now recruiting testers with a focus on localization quality to collect instant player feedback via a small-scale confidential beta test. Please refer to the following information below. So, on the 7th of April, that's 5 days from now, they're going to end the recruitment phase for their next closed beta. The closed beta test is going to be a very small test, and instead of hiring staff to go through and proofread everything themselves, they're recruiting beta testers. So they're not paying staff for this. They're relying on you, me, us, to work for free to tell them where they fucked up. I mean, you know what? If people are willing to do it, then sure. Who am I to judge? I honestly think it would be more professional to hire an entire team of localizers and have them localize everything, to have them translate everything, to have them proofread, spell check, and make sure the grammar for every sentence in the game is on point, is perfect. Remember, first impressions are everything. If your game looks like it was translated by a 12-year-old, that is a perception people are going to have of it. During this test, you will experience our latest beta version and be able to express your ideas on game localization through a survey. However, please note that this test is completely confidential. Once selected, you'll need to sign an NDA. Are not allowed to publish any related content or discuss information about this test in public channels. This closed beta test is designed for localization improvement and does not represent any other progress of the game development. So again, like, I think this is good. They are letting a bunch of people in to fix the issues that they didn't come across themselves, which will only result in a higher quality product in the end. But at the same time, these are things that they should have touched up and worked on actually fixing before deciding May 22nd, 23rd was the release date that they wanted to target. Does this make me less excited for the game? Not at all. I'm actually glad that they're working towards improving the game ahead of their release. Now I'm curious to see what happens and whether or not this final test phase to improve on the localization really has any effect or any benefit to the game's release at all. Until then, if this is not a game you're at all interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with two different